Morning. Welcome to these videos that I do every day about you living more consciously and being the creator, the director, the star of your life, really choosing that. And because we're going through so much change in the world outside of us, in the cosmos, our world, Mother Earth, right? She's changing a lot, and we are changing so much inside too that we need help coping sometimes, and it's about removing the layers also and having the awareness of what's really going on, who we really are, and how we can better move into this next phase of life and deal with the changes that are going on. Even a lot of the changes in this world that seem so disruptive and devastating to watch, that's really hard. Today I have something interesting for you today too. It happened while I was doing a meditation today. I had this further realization. I'm always going deep within myself. I've always been somebody who's wanted to figure out everything, especially about myself, like why I'm here, what my purpose, what am I supposed to be doing, why does life feel like this, why am I so different? And I had a very cool thing happen today that we're going to talk about, and then we're going to also read um, something from Parallel Universes of Self. So what my realization was today when I was in my Akashic records and when I was doing my meditation, I've always had a remembrance of when I was very young, thinking, why is the world like this? This is crazy. People are whack. Why are they living like this? Why are they just like waking up, going to work, whatever, doing all this work around the house, eating, and then going to sleep? And like life is just supposed to be like this, and then we're supposed to enjoy it, wait till we're 65 to actually do things, to travel, to wait. We're just surviving now, and then hopefully we'll have enough money to make it when we get older, if we're not too sick. And I was like, I don't want this life. I knew from a very young age I was going to live life differently. And I combined that with living a regular life because of the conditioning and programming. And then as we're raised, all this conditioning, programming, you can't do that. That's irresponsible. That's crazy. No one's able to do that. All of those things that get put on us. So I was always battling that. But what I realized is I've always had a remembrance of my soul on the other side, being so anxious to come to earth, thinking, I want to experience everything. I want to be physical. I want to travel. I want to see places. I want to feel. I want to feel the sun. I want to feel the breeze. I want to eat the foods. I want to experience everything. So I was super excited. Then I get down to this earth, become born. And I noticed all the restrictions and the limitations and people living in such a small way, how I viewed it. Not putting down anybody or anything. This was just what I dealt with. And then realizing I don't understand why people are living like this. Like, this is crazy. Then I felt this heaviness of, you mean this is the way I have to live? This is not what I signed up for, right? So I always had the feeling like urgency, like time is wasting. I'm wasting time. Time is going so fast. I don't have enough time to experience everything. Let's just go. Stop telling me what to do or how I should be. Let me just be who I am. Why isn't anybody happy? Why aren't people celebrating who we want to be? Why aren't people encourage me to do these things I want to do? I don't understand. I just had that feeling today, and I was like, that's exactly, I came to this world back into this world to fully experience life, to fully experience everything there is to experience and fully live. Because as a soul being, we're just up there. Everything's instant, manifested. We have everything that we need. We don't want for anything. And we're in kind of like this pure joy. But of course, we don't have a physical body to experience. And so I remember thinking, this is going to be so cool. Like, what an experience. So that was my big realization. And I want you guys to think back. Anything that frustrates you or irritates you or been a problem for you all relates kind of like that. It's like, you were meant to live a certain way, come to this earth and live. You wanted to. And so when we can't, we're frustrated and we feel a lack of motivation, a lack of inspiration, a lack of all that. Our soul knows better how things are supposed to be. Our soul knows we are not meant to feel those things. We are meant to be living in a way that brings us joy, be living more in alignment with our soul signature. And I came up with unique soul signature. Now, someone else might have thought of that. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I was heard. That's what I got. My unique soul signature was to fully experience life and all that life has to offer. Simple as that. Because in the past, I've always felt like I've wanted to. I started traveling very, very young. I've lived backwards. I've done all I wanted to do. I've gone all the places I've wanted to go. I've had many jobs. I've experienced, I've spent tons of money because I knew I didn't want to wait. So that is how I know that's how I came up with this. It's like, so I want you to go back. I think nothing is wrong with you. If you felt different or, different than anybody else, if you felt like you didn't quite fit in, if you felt like things were boring, things were wrong, why are things this way? You just have this inner knowing and this inner unsettled feeling that it shouldn't be this way. It's okay. It's okay. But it just causes us to go in and go, well, then I get to decide now, how am I going to move myself through this? Because I'm here. This is the world, but we don't want to get caught up in just what we see, because now we have the awareness that we create things. We can pull from the quantum field. All possibilities are here. All timelines are here for us. We can switch, choose, change. All starts on the inner part of us, right? I change within, therefore my outside changes. I'm changing within and I'm changing habits, actions, words, thoughts, beliefs that I have as a physical person. I'm changing, and then things start to change for me. There's many, many layers, but I just wanted to bring this out. And I would love to hear in the comments if you have felt anything like this, or what has been your experience. And maybe you're just coming into that knowing now, which means you're in a spiritual awakening. So let's go to the book, Parallel Universes of Self. It's just one line that says, well, a couple lines. You cannot have everything you want. You can have everything you are willing to be. You cannot have something you don't want to live up to. When I read that, I'm like, absolutely. You can't have everything you want, in a way, if you're not willing to change who you are, who you be, and if you're not willing to do the things that'll lead you there. So when, because we usually say we can have everything we want, life is limitless. Yes, it is. All possibilities are here for us. We can go on any different timeline at any different moment. We can change things. Doesn't happen like that, but because we don't believe it can happen that fast. So anyways, but it's like, are you willing to be different? Are you willing to change? Are you willing to change on the inside? Are you willing to change your beliefs? You're letting go of your programming and your conditioning, changing how you talk, how you think, your energy, how you breathe, what you focus on every day, your actions, your habits. Are you willing to change those things? And it also says you cannot have something you don't want to live up to, right? I don't want to make those changes because then that's just going to be so hard. So I'm not going to do it. Or of course, we have these beliefs. You got to work on your beliefs first, because if you don't believe something's possible for you, any actions you take are not going to work. So first of all, I'm going to start changing and choosing the beliefs that I have, right? I now choose to believe that. I now choose to let go of. I now choose to move into this. I now choose this habit. Right? We can start by saying those things. That gives us the power of choice, the power of us to make the changes. We are in the process of making the change. So that's how you can start now. It all starts on the inside. And then we finally believe, yes, I now see, I now believe, I now know that is possible for me. So then you will move into it. And it's how fast you are able to change those things within that the outside change happens. and it is a rocky road and it feels like it may never happen and it takes work and it takes being conscious. That's why I started these videos every day, because this is about bringing that awareness and consciousness to you every day. All right, that's my message today. I thought it was a good one. So let's do some breathing. And I want you to really focus, just set the intention. As I exhale, go in the shower, have a salt bath, whatever. I am releasing stuff that doesn't serve me anymore. It's okay. I'm not going to guilt myself about it. I'm not going to hate myself about those things I carried or still carry within me. It's part of being human. I'm just not going to let them run my life anymore. I'm going to choose something new. So as you inhale, you're choosing new, beautiful energy, new thoughts, new words, anything like that. I'm choosing new. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're releasing. Okay? So you can inhale and you can say, I'm choosing this now, whatever it want it to be. As you inhale deeply, imagine this new, beautiful energy coming into you and expanding all through you and expanding outside into your aura. And as you exhale, you're going to release the crud, the stuff that doesn't serve you, the old beliefs, the old things that you don't need to follow anymore, believe anymore, own anymore. Let it go. Continue with that breath. Inhale, breathing in the new, expanding, expanding. Releasing and exhaling the old and letting it go. Then you're going to inhale beautiful energy. And then as you exhale, imagine this stream of white, beautiful light going right down through your whole body, through your feet, right down to the center of the earth, pulling and cleansing anything, dumping it into the center of the earth. You're growing roots now. You're grounding deep roots, safety, security into the earth, feeling safe, secure. It's okay to change. It's okay to let go. It's okay to be who I really am. All right, let me know how you like this video, and I will see you in the next video.